Yeah, it's very unusual. But I think when you tell people, you're like, sorry, why did you do that? Do you actually enjoy doing that? Do you want to spend your weekends freezing cold at a rainy circuit that's, you know, a million miles away from home? Yeah, I do actually. I'm Eva Nolan, I'm from Yorkshire and I'm a member of Porsche Club GB. I think the way I got into sport was because I was just exposed to it. Earliest car-related memory is probably stood watching rallying in the dark with my dad and my uncle in the forests in Belgium. I'd say rallying's in the family, maybe not circuit racing. No, being brought up around rallying's not for me. It's too dangerous, and I like knowing I'm safe in a car and that I'm not going to crash into a tree or or go off the road. And if I do go off and it does go wrong, I'm somewhat safe. Growing up, my dad had 993s and a 997, and he used to take me and my sisters to school. He'd always just put a grin on your face. The noise, the feeling. You just be sitting there going to school with a massive grin on my face going, yeah, this is really cool. I'd never driven one up until getting the Cayman. Must have got the Cayman three years ago now. Just finished my first year at uni. It was the summer holidays. Got this amazing car and we just went and took it on loads of track days over the summer and just got slightly hooked. My first track day, I was absolutely petrified. Just the thought of being out on the track with GT3 RSs and all these big fancy cars and all these people who know how to drive. Yeah, I've only ever driven at that point on the road, and yeah, scared the living daylight out of me, so I just had to. Strasser invited us to I think it was the last race of the Porsche Boxster season last year at Donington, and we went and we had hospitality and we went and we watched the racing. I knew I wanted to race this year, I just didn't know what I wanted to race in. So we'd looked at Citroen C1s, we'd looked at Audi TTs, we looked at Fiestas. We'd had a look around, but obviously with having the Cayman and Strasser inviting us, we went, okay, we'll go have a look, see what it's all about. We went and we walked around the paddock. I spoke to a few of the other drivers. They simply just explained how it's a high level of racing. Everyone is there because, you know, obviously they really want to be there, but they're willing to help other people, and I felt like it was a very supportive and welcoming environment. And for someone who has never raced before, I wanted to, not only for the racing to be good, but for the off-track environment to be nice, and to be able to walk around the paddock and go and talk to other drivers. And I just wanted to feel like there was like a nice community around it. I was very fortunate that one of my closest friends at uni absolutely loved cars, wanted to do racing, was like me in the sense that her dad had always done racing. We went, right, you know, we're going to do this. So in the summer, we both went to Alton Park and went and sat our ards, and she's off doing racing now, and I'm doing the Boxster Cuff, and it's great fun. Got a huge bag in my room, massive bag full of all my kit. Got my helmet, got my hands device. Although I've got a Simpson, I'm not a fan of the hands device. So I've got the it's like a little rucksack. Got my race suit, got my fireproof underwear, my boots, my gloves, everything. Yeah. Oh, and the car. Strasser obviously built the Cayman. Had been looking after our cars before. They had two Boxsters. I think both of them had raced before, but it'd just been used for track days. Strasser went, right, okay, this is what we need to do to make it a Class 3 car, and here the car is in its full glory. Strasser are one of the UK's leading independent Porsche specialists, and they offer services in road going and race cars and race support. The first time I went out in the car was January of this year. We'd just brought the car home, and the first race of the season was at Silverstone. So we booked a track day at Silverstone, took the car, it was raining, we had no wets. So my first time driving the car I seriously questioned it. I was like, do I actually want to be doing this? This car is really hard to drive. I've got no grip and this is quite unpleasant, but kind of chewed through it and it dried out in the afternoon. And I kind of just went, oh, it gets your heart racing and puts a massive grin on your face. My first race was possibly the most I couldn't have actually planned it. It's what, 3.5 miles around Silverstone? Not knowing the circuit, I hadn't even prepared for it. Hadn't watched any videos, hadn't looked at any maps, hadn't done anything. So it's kind of like, what the hell is this place? The track's so wide, there's like a million racing lines, there's so much information to process. Sat in the holding area, it was slightly drizzly, and I was talking to Chris and I was like, do you think it's wet? And he was like, oh, I don't know. And then I think Dave gave us a ring and went, put wets on the car. So on the formation lap, went out, didn't even go line up on the grid, went straight into the pits, put wets on, so that the green flag lap, everyone went round. I was still sat in the pits with putting wets on the car. I was shouting to everyone like, what do I do, what to do? I think I probably knew how to do a start on the grid, but I had no idea what the hell happened with me starting the race in the pit lane. Waiting for that light to go green, and there was a lady stood there going like this at me. I think I was sat there. I think my heart was probably coming out of my chest, but the more was my leg. My leg was sat on the clutch and I didn't know when it was going to go, because they didn't tell me that all the cars had to go past. So I didn't know if it was going to go green within like 2 seconds or in 30 seconds. So I was just sat ready to go, just with my legs shaking, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. All the cars went past and I was well and truly at the back of the grid. I just went, I've got to absolutely floor it. So I think I came out the pits and all those horrible sick feelings that I had whilst I was sat in the assembly area going, what the hell am I about to do? I just went out with the aim to just catch the back car. All I remember was going in, cars spinning everywhere, and I was like, I just need to like pick my way through everyone. And that was just that's kind of how the first race went. It was a case of picking my way and just driving, not necessarily pushing the car, like pushing myself, just slowly picking my way through and using the fact that I had wet tyres onto my advantage. And I managed to get up to 9th in my first race from starting in the pits, and I just remember getting out the car and seeing like my dad and my friends who came to watch stood at the side of Parc Fermé, and I just went over to them. I was like, oh my God, what the hell's just happened? And like floods of tears, like the adrenaline, I couldn't actually believe what had happened. It was just kind of 25 minutes of no thought in my head, just, oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. Definitely choosing the right hobby, because yeah, absolutely loved the first race. I think my second race probably kind of showed me more of what my season was going to unfold, because it was a lot harder in terms of I didn't have an advantage over everyone. I just had to go out there and just drive the car. I mean, I guess in the same sense, drive it as hard as I did in the first one, but I didn't have that advantage over everyone. So everyone who had all the experience and knowledge of the track in their car, they all disappeared, and I just had to chew down and do those 25 minutes by myself. I'd say my first season definitely had its highs and lows. There's definitely points where I went, God, this is really, really tough. But as a first season goes, I'd say it's a very successful first season. I've learned a lot. I'm definitely a much better driver than I was at the start of the season. I like to have my friends to come watch. Always have my dad. Sometimes my sisters. My mum's been to a couple. I think she likes to watch, but she kind of watch through her fingers. But yeah, I like to have people watching. I like to make them proud, so I like to push myself. A lot of females who are interested in cars don't necessarily try it or give it a go because it is such a male-dominated sport. And I think bringing it to people's attention that no, women are out there doing all these crazy races in cool cars, make people go, yeah, no, I can do that too. I think for now, the Boxster Cup, ideally, be for another 2 years, because I've still got a lot of racecraft to learn. I've not done go-karting or anything like that, so building up just basic racecraft and skill is kind of what I need to do. So staying in the Boxster Cup where I can develop my driving skills in a lower powered car is probably the better way to do it. I would like to work my way up into a faster car, but I've got a lot that I need to learn. If you want to get into motorsport, just bite the bullet and just get over that, oh my God, I can't do it. And just, whether it's a track day or whatever it is, just go out and get in a car on a track and see if you enjoy it, because you never know unless you actually try it. There's no point thinking about it and not actually doing it.